It's a beautiful Monday morning. Good morning and thank you for joining us on Rstv Television, Channel 22 here in the Garden City of Port Harcourt. Yesterday we had a beautiful Sunday. Yesterday was Palm Sunday and I'm sure we are all preparing and gearing up until Easter Sunday. But it's a new week, so work has resumed and a lot of persons are back to their businesses, back to their workplaces, and here we are this morning to have a beautiful conversation that I'm sure you will enjoy every bit of it. So this morning we will also get to talk about some stories not on the papers, but we hope that it's interesting to you that you can get these papers and as well read from them. I am Ubelegit Yara, and with me this morning is no other than Mike.
I am Catherine Ago. You're welcome.
Wait for it to finish.
No. I don't need all of your paintings and try to quote it. Will I say, giving me the names that
if you're not awesome, I
might
will
not
not
really
say
like.
it.
You.
I'm not saying it.
That's
to
not
make
you,
feel
babe.
good.
Please. That's not you. You're welcome, our beautiful viewer. It's Dawn Train on Rstv. Good to have you join us.
How's it been? Glad to have you back.
It's been good. It's
How
been
was your
beautiful.
weekend?
There wasn't any weekend because I worked yesterday.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
So it's really been a busy one. Yes, I know yesterday, Sunday is actually a new week.
Yeah.
But all through the Saturday and all that, we've been busy. And yesterday we still came around. So
Any special events in the course of the weekend?
no special events. Just gearing ourselves towards the new week.
Okay.
And like you mentioned, Palm Sunday, it's really been a very busy one.
Yeah.
Preparations here and there, especially when it has to do with church.
Mm.
And that's the continuous. This week it's really the main deal, So
Okay.
I believe all will be fine. Yeah.
Definitely, we are looking forward to a beautiful week, a stress-free one, a productive one. If there's anything good you want to add, just add it to that list because I think it's
Honestly.
important.
But all I know is that this week really is going to bring about good tidings,
Definitely.
Very good news.
That's
The
what we're
resurrection
looking-
is not just going to be like for the show of it.
It's not.
I
It's not
believe
the
personally
regular.
it's going to come with so many good news.
It's not the regular.
Yeah.
Because the person we are celebrating is worth it.
Definitely.
Any day,
yes.
anytime.
Yes.
Not because we did anything to deserve it, but for the love that we have experienced and we are still enjoying
Yes,
it.
of course.
Free of charge. So it's worthy of all Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get into the papers this morning. Let's hear what's happening in Nigeria, what's happening in other parts of the world. It's as if the world was on a standstill in the course of the weekend, and you're like, okay, what's going to happen this week?
That's for those who have actually been on, will I say, weekend gallo, Now, yes, they're finally back to the week. And to some persons, I heard a neighbor yesterday said, if he has his way, he should just plead that Sunday should be extended. So I asked him to just wake up from such sleep.
Will that ever happen?
Honestly, so you could
You're
imagine.
here,
And
so
I
you
know
have to
that's
live
still the impression of so many that this weekend is too short. Sunday should still be like extended. And before you know it is Monday.
True.
And to some persons, I didn't even realize it's Monday already. So
Person's dread
it is
going
what
back
it
to
is. We have to be here.
But then we are here, so
Definitely.
business must continue. Let's get into the papers and we'll get to hear what's happening in various parts of the country. What's of interest to you this morning? So Catherine, let's begin with the Punch newspaper.
Okay, on the Punch newspaper, we have battle for rivers. AGF moves to defend Tinubu as PDP governors mobilize 11 sands. Battle for rivers. AGF moves to defend Tinubu as PDP governors mobilize 11 sands. This is really serious. You find that on page 6. You find that on page 8 rather, on the Punch newspaper. Still on the Punch, we have autonomy, 774 local government areas challenges federal government, state in court Tuesday. Autonomy, 774 LGAs challenges federal government, states in court Tuesday. Wow. That's a new one.
Yeah.
That's a new one. And still on the Punch, we have Abdul Karim's anti-Tinubu song gains streams
Oh,
as
wow.
Shoyinka slams NBC.
Oh, wow.
Abdul Karim's anti-Tinubu song gains streams as Shoyinka slams NBC. You find that on page 14 of the Punch newspaper.
That's thoroughly interesting.
Honestly, and
out.
still on the Punch, we have presidency dismisses U.S. court order on Tinubu, article differs. That is still on page 8. Presidency dismisses U.S. court order on Tinubu, article differs. That's on page 8. And there's still a very good one here. We have FG rolls out flood preparedness campaign in 30 high-risk states.
Why would that be?
FG rolls out flood preparedness campaign in 30 high-risk states. You find that on page 7 of the Punch paper.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah. I think it's better
Okay,
we start fighting that
I think
now.
what we have is the FG rolls out flood preparedness campaign in 30 high-risk states. So let's move on to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, and the biggest story there says how Supreme Court rulings landed PDP LP in further crisis. How Supreme Court rulings landed PDP LP in further crisis. Abure remains in charge, LP spokesman, as Apapa Lenadi lay claims. PDP in limbo as members await decision on Anyanwu Ude, says Okoye. Our internal mechanisms will decide way forward. Olubunaba. That's on page 22 of Nigerian Tribune.
Okay, still on the same paper, we have SEC bans unregistered digital asset exchange online forex platforms. SEC bans unregistered digital asset exchange online forex platforms.
That's for our benefit, actually.
That's on page 5. And still on the same Tribune, we have air passengers volume drops amid biting economy. Air passengers volume drops amid biting economy. You find that on page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune.
If you look on page 5, you see UBA unveils upgraded POS terminal, revamped money app. UBA unveils upgraded POS terminal, revamped money app.
And Abdul Karim is still coming on the same paper too.
Yeah,
We
so
have Tell Your Papa. Shoyinka slams Tinubu's government, warns Idris Abdul Karim's song unbanned. Tell Your Papa. Shoyinka slams Tinubu's government, warns Idris Abdul Karim's song unbanned. That's on page 3 of the Nigeria Tribune.
And right on page 6, you still see Nigeria attracted over 5 billion naira in new gas-related investments in 12 months. President of Nigerian Gas Association says. That's page 6.
To the next one.
So moving on to the Nation newspaper. We have no new revelation by FBI on Tinubu, says presidency. No new revelation by FBI on Tinubu, says presidency. Nothing to worry over U.S. court order on president. Ogala matter old, settled.
I just hope so. Still on the Nation, we have House of Reps panel for oversight in Rivers. House of Reps panel for oversight in Rivers. You'll find that on page 6 of the Nation newspaper. We have national asset audits to unlock 65 trillion naira. 65 trillion naira.
Yeah.
Wow. National assets audit to unlock 65 trillion naira. Fiscal reform steps up.
Necessary.
Wow.
We have Trump envoy conveys stronger U.S. interest at Paris meeting with president.
Okay.
All right. That's
still have
it.
more papers?
That's it on the Nation. Let's quickly look at the Vanguard before we take a short break and come back for the conversation. So on the Vanguard this morning, the biggest story there says U.S. court order on Tinubu. Nothing new in FBI, DEA records on drug hits. Presidency. says court didn't indict president.
Okay.
Still there, we have PDP governors meet over Fubara as Tom Follow assures of his return.
Okay.
We're actually looking forward
Still
to
on
that.
Still on that Vanguard, we have tariff, economic instability, job losses, forex inflow loom. That's coming from Nasima. Tariff, economic instability, job losses, forex inflow loom from Nasima. The army decries poor Igbo youth's enlistment in military service. Army decries poor Igbo youth's enlistment in military service.
We have
Okay.
Palm Sunday. Khan condemns platter killings, demands justice.
Okay, we have 2027. Tinubu moves to halt APC members' defection from CPC bloc. That's coming from sources. 2027. Tinubu moves to halt APC members' defection from CPC bloc.
Well, that's a whole lot
And
on the papers this morning.
it's more like all the papers has this Abdul Karim's
yeah, it's a top story. So
honestly.
I'm sure you want more.